Maka is obviously their leader because she's got the smarts. She's the one that wields soul. And she's the one that can sense souls and knows when they're in danger. And without her, he wouldn't be able to become a death scythe.
Yes, but without him, she wouldn't be able to do jack crap.
Yes, she would. She has her own soul resonance that she can do. And without her, you wouldn't be
Hey
able
guys,
to do anything.
we doing the Soul Leader review today? That was today? I brought him, him, but can I have my spot? So,
We're Team Animeishness. I'm Aeris-Blue.
I'm Yakamasu Gimudamazlu.
Yako.
And I'm Div.
And today we are reviewing one of my personal favorite series, Soul Eater.
Which is all about me.
It's not all about him. We here at Team Animeishness hate doing summaries, so
Yes,
we
we
draw
do.
cards. Low card has to give summary, high card gets first opinion.
Shit. I got the rules.
I got a 2.
I got a 9.
And rules are for fools and Animeishness, which means that I have to try and give a summary. Okay, and now they're both scrutinizing me. Oh god. Okay. I don't even know where to start. Okay, this show takes place in Arizona? Is that what we found
It
out?
actually does take place in Death City, Arizona.
Real place, folks. Where there is what is the academy called?
Death Meister
I'm
Academy.
sorry, I'm a failure as a fan, in
You got
case you
your
couldn't tell.
Do you want to do this
Summary?
You two work together as a team. Soul and Maka, tell us what your show is about.
Me?
Go ahead, Maka.
Soul Eater is the story of a parallel version of our world where there are Meisters who have the ability to detect souls and resonate within themselves and be able to transform their partners' weapons into weapons. They're called weapons and they change into weapons. Through this, their goal is to obtain 99 corrupt souls and the soul of one witch. Once they reach 100 souls, they'll become a death scythe, one of the ultimate weapons for Lord Death. In this world, the main point is where is balance and where is chaos? Can you have one without the other?
And madness.
Chaos.
But mostly mad.
Alright, you've got the high card. So Div, if you want to.
I actually love this show completely. 100%. The only thing I don't love about it is one character. But
We can talk about him later.
this show, even though it's not like high-end animation style like you're used to seeing around now, it's still really good and it holds its own really well.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue that the art style is the one part that doesn't look as stunning compared to some of the other things, but the animation's pretty rad because the fight scenes are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
The style they based the series off of is actually Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas type
That
style.
explains the moon
That does explain the moon.
and the sun.
And a lot of the inspiration for such as the opening sequence where the town's all topsy-turvy is taken from that movie.
Alright. You're the next highest card. Do you want to proceed with your opinion?
I also am an avid fan of this series. This was my first cosplay I ever got. I love the characters. The music is wonderful. The development, the balance between good and evil. It's really hard for me to find a flaw with it, and the biggest flaw I have is the filler. It's painstakingly obvious filler.
Because
And
Excalibur.
No, Excalibur's Kanan.
What? Oh god.
Excalibur is Kanan. He is in the manga as a reoccurring character. He's there in the last chapter.
Why do you think there's cosplayers of Excalibur?
I'm so upset. Just keep talking.
There's a lot of episodes that are filler that don't really fit in. They kind of stand off. A lot of them help to develop characters. A lot of them don't. And the series does have points where it lags. The humor is great. The action is fantastic. The drama is good. The in-between is a problem.
And was this a show that you were, without giving away the ending, obviously, was this one that you were happy with the
No.
ending, or
I wasn't happy with the anime ending. I wasn't happy with the manga ending.
You just weren't all around happy.
But all the rest of the series is good.
The first few episodes, as a warning, aren't like the rest of the series. The first 3 episodes are very, very ecchi, which means a lot of...
So
That's
Black
Yeah.
Star. You suck.
a lot of nudity, is what I was getting at.
Flattened your hair. You fool.
Alright, your turn, Yako.
As you possibly were able to tell, this is a series that I didn't finish. I loved what I watched of it, but for whatever reason, I just couldn't stick with it. I didn't really click with me. And actually, our friend Iris here tells me that this is because every time I quit watching, it was because I ended on an Excalibur episode, and I was never ready to come back and face that monstrosity. But I did enjoy what I watched of the series quite a bit. I love the action sequences and the fights that happen. I think they're done extremely well. I like the use
And
of...
battling with a scythe that actually makes it look like it's possible to fight with a scythe. It's not really, but...
But I think part of the reason maybe I didn't stick with the series all the way through is because this is one of the few where there actually is not a character that I'm like, hey, that's me. I'm sorry, I'm a narcissist, and I like to watch shows with a character that I can relate to, and I didn't really have one in this series. I did have characters I enjoyed a lot.
Go ahead and list your favorite.
My favorite character... You're sighing. I feel like you have an idea of what my favorite is already. I'm torn, actually, because of the 2 that I contemplated cosplaying are probably my 2 favorites.
Do you think you can handle it? Let's face it. Sorry for stealing your phrase, but let's face it. Do you think you can handle it?
I don't think I can handle it. My favorite is Corona. I don't know why I like him so much, because he's just so whiny, but he's adorable, and he's one of my adopted children. And so I have to choose him as my favorite. Watching him be tormented by Ragnarok is just too much fun.
And one of the fun things with Krona name means genderless.
And he is
Genderless.
and it's left up to interpretation of the viewer.
And there are huge arguments online, you can find them, of whether Krona is a boy or a girl, because the author makes a point to give evidence for both. Your favorite character?
I don't know. Yes, me. Sorry. I absolutely love Soul, and again, I think it's because he's the character with the attitude.
You do like attitude.
I do love attitude. It's just everything about him. He doesn't respect his partner, really.
No.
At least he refuses to visibly show it.
Yeah.
I think deep down he does. He
He
definitely
does
care.
care for her, but he refuses to show it, and
What a
so
tsundere.
he just acts like a total ass all the time.
And where I do genuinely love Maka, one of my favorite female protagonists ever, voiced by one of my favorite voice actors.
Laura Bailey!
I have to go with my favorite character is Frankenstein. His character represents the balance between what is good, what is evil, and watching his development throughout the series, whether he chooses to lean one way or the other, is perhaps one of the most enjoyable parts of the series for me.
He's so creepy.
He is creepy.
He's wonderful.
And then he's funny, and then he's creepy, and then you're wanting to hide from him, and then you're like, oh, give me a hug.
And then you're like, not really.
yeah.
But yeah, he is pretty fantastic.
I
And
do
his
love
development throughout, because he's almost a character when you first meet him, you could believe he's fully developed and just a side character, but he turns out to have an important role and continues to have development that makes sense to his character.
All right, so numbers.
I would give this one an 8.5, yeah. But that's only, I would give it a 9, but Excalibur, that was the hardest few episodes to ever sit through.
Oh, what would I give it?
8.
I'm gonna go with an 8. 8 sounds good. Just because, like I said, I enjoy the action sequences a lot. I like a lot of the little creative aspects in it. Medusa's fight scenes are fantastic.
Oh, Medusa's a wonderful antagonist.
She's freaking awesome, and her arrows are really cool. So, yeah, and overall, I think it's just a very strong series.
I give this series a 9. I think this is the highest I've given anything so far. Thank you.
Golf claps for Maka.
I love the series to bits, and I'd love for this to be the first series that I give a complete and total 10 to, but the episodes in between where things are happening are tiresome.
I'm hanging on to my 10. I don't know what it's going to be yet. But
I'm
I'm
hanging on
to
to
it.
mine too.
So that gives us approximately an 8.5.
Yeah.
What are we doing? 8.5 souls.
Yep.
Not you.
Because I'm off.
Not
Those
you.
things you eat. So
Anyways.
that's it for Animeishness. We will see you in the next video. Later. Alright, this was our review of Soul Eater. We're Team Animeishness, and if you like us, go ahead and hit the... What are you doing?
Whoever's favorite show this is gets to do the review.
The pandering. You don't even know what to call it yet.
Shut up.
But this is my favorite series.
No, it's my favorite series.
How... I know the lines from the series. I know more about this series than you do. I know the art direction. You don't know anything.
Except that I like the main character and this is my favorite show.
Maka, shut up! What was that for? There has to be some way to end this.
It's my show. If you like us,
And if you don't, you can always leave a mean message. For now, I got a book to read.